So 3.3, it's what we've been doing, but now it's in a circle with different points. So you still need to remember SOHCAHTOA, sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent is opposite over adjacent. Whenever you have a right triangle, you need to remember the Pythagorean theorem. And then on this one, there are some where you have to actually solve for an angle. And so we do go back to inverses, which I think once you see a couple times, it'll come back to you. So just remember, if you are solving for an angle, you use what we call inverse trig. So say I have sine and I'm trying to solve for the angle and it's negative 1/2. To get the angle measure, I take sine inverse, and it looks like sine with a -1, but we read that sine inverse of both sides. So if you take sine inverse of sine, and then over here I have sine inverse of -1/2. These are opposite operations. They cancel to just 1, and that leaves you with just the angle. And then the other part you put in your calculator. So remember, whenever you're using graphing calculator, it's automatically goes to radians. You need to make sure you're in degrees. And then all of your trig functions are at the very top of functions. So all the trig, all the inverse trig. So I would do sine inverse of -1/2, and that gives me -30 degrees. If you're in radians, you're going to get a different answer. So make sure you're in degrees using that settings.